Hi all, welcome to my channel. If you like original content and want to support me, please do like and subscribe. It is story of a teenage boy in present who suddenly wakes up as an abandoned male concubine of a powerful and dangerous Emperor of Quing, how he will adjust to his new life. Will he be able to win Emperor's heart? Noah, a 17-year-old high school student in Japan, lost his parents in an accident when he was 10. Since then, he has been living alone, relying on the money left by his parents to complete middle school. To fund his high school education, he works part-time jobs, waking up early to deliver newspapers, attending school, then working in a cafe until 9 p.m. He spends his evenings cooking and studying, as he's a scholarship student. Despite his hardships, he never complains and finds solace in cooking. On his birthday, after receiving his salary, he buys meat as a treat for himself. However, it starts raining heavily, and by the time he reaches home, he is drenched and exhausted. After taking a hot bath and cooking some food, he puts the meat in the fridge and goes to sleep. The next morning, he wakes up with a fever, feeling weak and alone. On his birthday, he cries, remembering his parents' accident and wishing they were there to care for him. He murmurs for them to take him to a place where he would be loved. The next day, he wakes up in an unfamiliar place and is greeted by a woman in old-fashioned maid attire, calling him my lord and asking how he feels. Confused, Noah thinks he's part of a variety show, believing the woman is a hired actor and demanding compensation. The maid, not understanding him, leaves to call a physician, thinking he's mad from a fall. As Noah tries to leave the bed in frustration, he looks in the mirror and is shocked by the beautiful face, with long hair and a body that doesn't resemble his own. He questions whether his soul has transferred into this new body and wonders if he's still dreaming. Surprised by the youth of the physician, Noah asked why such a young person was treating him. The maid explained that, as an abandoned male concubine, no experienced royal physicians were willing to help, and this young physician was the only one who came. The physician checked Noah's pulse, assured him there were no physical injuries, but suggested memory issues from a fall. Noah, however, was fixated on the idea of being the emperor's abandoned male concubine, and struggled with the thought of his new situation. He didn't want to live as a concubine to an emperor who knows how he looks, so he decided to escape the palace and live freely. But first, he wanted to learn about the previous owner of the body to see if they had any supportive parents who might help him. He asked the maid, Yaoi, about his past. Yaoi explained that Noah's name was Xiao Noah, the son of General Xiao Lei. Noah had been a renowned general with exceptional fighting and martial arts skills. However, he had been made into a concubine after his sister, Xiaoli, eloped with her lover, causing a great scandal. The emperor, Feng Ming, spared the Xiao family on the condition that Noah would become his concubine. Noah's parents had not wanted this, but Noah accepted to save his family. Since then, the emperor had never visited him, leaving him as an abandoned concubine. Noah was relieved to know that his parents had loved him, just like his real parents in his previous life. However, he was troubled by his lack of knowledge about this empire and whether escaping from the palace would affect his parents. He felt overwhelmed, so he decided to cook something to eat to relieve his stress. He asked Yaoi to leave him alone, then set out to find the kitchen. While searching for the kitchen, Noah wandered into a beautiful garden and nearly slipped on a stone, but was caught by a young man with blue eyes, black hair, and pale skin. Surprised by the man's appearance, Noah thanked him and asked if he is working in the palace, as the man's attire was very simple. The man questioned why Noah didn't remember him, and Noah pretended to have memory loss after his fall, apologized and asked who he was. Ming introduced himself as a palace investigation officer, and Noah thought that the name sounded somewhat familiar but didn't remember where he heard it. In gratitude for his help, offered to cook something for him. Ming was skeptical at first but agreed, especially after Noah claimed to be good at cooking. They went to the kitchen, where Ming ordered the servants to leave. Noah made modern snacks, which Ming loved, and told Noah to prepare them daily from now onwards, and Noah agreed happily. Ming then dropped Noah off near his room. Yaoi, worried about Noah, was relieved to see him return safely and reminded him to be careful around new people in the palace. Noah assured her he would be cautious. The news of Ming and Noah spending time together spread quickly, causing jealousy among the other concubines, as Ming had previously shown no interest in them. And servants in the palace also began to see Noah in a new light, hoping to earn his favor. Later that night, Ming reflected on the changes in Noah's behavior since the accident. His sharp eyes and pure smile intrigued Ming, and he found himself wanting to spend more time with Noah to learn about the changes in him. Meanwhile, Noah thought about how good-looking and kind Ming was, considering himself lucky to have found such a friend so quickly in the palace. He planned to wait and see what his future in the palace would be, as he continued to disdain the emperor. The next morning, Noah woke up to find his room filled with the emperor's concubines. He was unsure of who they were, so he looked to Sua for help. Sua explained that the concubines had come to visit him now that he had regained consciousness. Noah observed them, noting that all the concubines were beautiful, especially Chen, who appeared innocent, and Wei, who seemed intelligent. However, Noah felt that none of them could compare to his own beauty. Chen was the first to speak, offering Noah fruits and expressing concern about his recovery. Wei followed with a gift of sweets and face powder to help improve his complexion. The other concubines also asked about his health. Unsure of how to respond, Noah thanked them for their concern but said he was still tired and needed rest, signaling them to leave. Once the concubines left, Noah asked Sua why they had visited him. He mentioned that in the historical dramas he had watched, concubines only visited abandoned concubines to cause harm. Sua, not understanding what Noah meant by dramas, was confused but agreed that Noah should be cautious. Noah, suspicious of the sudden attention from the concubines and palace servants, wondered if the emperor had ordered them to feed him well with plans to harm him later or if they were just interested in him because of his beauty. Regardless, he decided to not eat the food given to him. After breakfast, Noah began thinking about Ming and how beautiful he was. Feeling bored in his room, he decided to go for a walk, telling Sua not to follow him. Noah secretly took some money and attempted to leave the palace to explore the outside world, but while walking, he accidentally bumped into a man. Apologizing, Noah noticed the man seemed to know him. Changmin expressed concern for Noah, mentioning that he had heard about the accident and asking how Noah was adjusting to life in the palace. Noah, pretending to have lost his memory, acted confused and sorrowful, claiming he couldn't remember Changmin. The man grabbed Noah's hand and introduced himself as Lin Changmin, the son of the right prime minister. He also revealed he was Noah's childhood friend. They had grown up near each other, and Noah had dreamed of becoming a great general but ended up as a concubine. Changmin expressed regret that Noah had gone through with the marriage despite his advice against it. Changmin has loved Noah but never expressed his feelings, fearing rejection and the loss of their friendship. Noah decided to ask Changmin for help in leaving the palace. After some hesitation, Changmin agreed. He led Noah to a storage room where he met the leader of a dance troupe. Changmin arranged for Noah to wear one of their costumes, a female dancer's outfit, and leave the palace with them. Despite Noah's hesitations, he wore the costume and joined the group. The leader was impressed by Noah's beauty and even offered him a position in the troupe, but Noah declined, not wanting to become a dancer. After leaving the palace, Noah wandered the streets, observing the market, and was almost abducted by a group of men who mistook him for a girl. Changmin intervened and rescued him, and the two continued exploring the market. Changmin, surprised by Noah's change in demeanor, asked if he had forgotten his martial arts skills. Noah admitted he had, likely due to his memory loss. Meanwhile, Ming, who had been watching from a distance, was angered by Changmin's protective actions toward Noah. In the market, Noah excitedly compared what he saw to historical dramas he had watched, expressing a desire to visit tea houses and brothels. Changmin, surprised by Noah's sudden interest in these places, questioned him about the change. Noah shrugged it off, attributing it to the accident. As they entered a tea house, Ming, still observing them, thought about how much Noah had changed and became even more intrigued by him. Noah, after enjoying his visit to a tea house, eagerly wanted to see a brothel but Changmin cautioned against it, worried it could be dangerous for Noah, especially since he was in a lady's costume and had forgotten his fighting skills. Realizing he had made a promise to Ming to cook snacks, Noah agreed to return to the palace. Upon returning, he quickly changed back into his normal clothes with Sua's help and explained everything that had happened. Unbeknownst to Noah, concubine Wei's attendants saw him entering his room and reported it to Wei. Wei, fearing Noah's beauty would obstruct her path to becoming empress, decided to take action. She informed the emperor that a female dancer had entered Noah's room, hinting at an affair. The emperor, realizing Wei was referring to Noah, grew angry but used this as an opportunity to test whether Noah was truly the person he had been waiting for from several years. His personal eunuch reminded him it was time to visit his private garden. Ming met Noah in the garden later. Noah offered him the snacks, and the two conversed. When Ming asked Noah if he had met anyone outside the palace, Noah lied, admitting he had met a friend but not left the palace. Even though Ming knows Noah wasn't telling the full truth, but Ming didn't expose him. However, after speaking with Ming, Noah has been feeling that he hadn't met Ming before and they were very close to each other, but brushed it off as he thought maybe this body's Noah might be close with Ming. As the story continues, both Noah and Ming harbor their own secrets, setting the stage for future tensions and intrigue. If you have listened and liked the story up to here, please do like and subscribe to encourage me.